How you doing, bro? We good, inshallah. Abu Sadiq, the guest, the mashallah, the old guest. What, inshallah. So, welcome to Speaker's Corner today. We're on 4. He's on 4. I'm on 1. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so welcome to Speaker's Corner today. So the topic today is it's the truth, the truth united.
Truth United.
That's what it's called, bro. Right. So why we're calling it the Truth United is because it's, I don't know, did you get the WhatsApp circulating, didn't you, about that group, that Instagram group of the very far right Christian far right group? Yeah. Yeah. So that's why we're calling this, because this is the name of their Instagram page.
Yes. Was it United?
Yeah, the Truth United.
Truth United.
Yeah. So that's the name of their Instagram page. I had a look at their page. Did you look at it? I looked at it. Yeah. Did you look at their page?
I didn't look at the page. I just looked at what was been circulated around, and I just obviously forwarded it to make people aware.
But we didn't go on the Instagram page and have a look.
No. I got busy with something else. I'm really not bothered.
No. But it was worrying because well, it's worrying generally speaking. But the videos that I seen on that was circulating around on the WhatsApp groups was they was in Luton.
I saw that video as well.
Ones.
Yeah, a couple of guys all dressed in black.
Well, 30 of them.
Was it 30?
Yeah.
I didn't see you with 30.
Well, they had a big group of them. There was in a couple of different places.
Yeah.
And what they do is they wear black face masks, like head coverings, but with a white cross.
The white cross on it.
Yeah, so that's probably their new symbol.
Yeah.
So there was, and so I had to look at their page anyway, you know,
Yeah.
before just a little bit of research for the show today. So it come on my radar only through WhatsApp. So you put up
I got it last night.
You got it, didn't you?
Yeah, last night or the night before. Yeah.
Yeah, and you put it up on your social media. A lot of people put it up on their social media, didn't they?
Yeah.
But it come on my radar because they was in Luton.
Like that's what I got that video as well. Some guy was filming them and saying, look, there they are. But it was a small group, but obviously, the whole plan is for them to have 30 geezers
in each town.
Yeah.
Now their social media page, their Instagram page, we got.
Is it active?
It's not that massive. I mean, it's massive.
No, active. It
is active. Yeah. It's 42 something thousand, which isn't huge, but it's
big enough.
It's a little bit, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's a little bit big.
Yeah.
I've got a text message here from Assalamu alaikum, brothers from ATL. Wa alaikum salam, ATL. Okay, so yeah, it's it's calling their page is a Christian page. Also, it's telling us it's a Christian page. I'm not going to tarnish Christianity with what they're doing, but it's a Christian page saying that they're going to take they are Christian soldiers, basically.
Christian soldiers.
Basically, what they're saying, they do training camps. Poland was their last one, and they're advertising a new training camp. Okay, and they're advertising it in the, you know, how people used to dress like Vikings, you know, that type of dress code, back in the days of Ragnar Lothbrok and all that lot. Yeah, so that's how they're advertising. This is some sort of training camps that they do in Europe, organizing themselves, and they want 30 committed, serious people in each town. To specifically deal with Muslims and Islam. It's an anti-Islamic page, if ever I saw one. I mean, this makes Tommy Robinson look like a revert to Islam. You know what I mean? That's how far out they are. They used to make Tommy Robinson look gentle. You know what I mean?
Do we know what the foundation of their hatred towards Islam is? Do we know what that is? Judging from the page?
They just hate Islam.
They just hate Islam.
Yeah. From because I looked at quite a few of their videos, and they're all pretty much same old. You know, like there's not one video that stands out massively different to the others, but it was all upon the same theme: is that, you know, this country, they got to take the country back. This is a Christian country. We got to stand up.
But who they? I'm just gonna quiz you.
Yeah, go on.
And your answers is gonna be what's out there. So because we're asking the questions like, so who are they taking their country back from?
Well, that's a question to ask them, bro, because I don't know.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would assume
because I think we're confused. I think like we don't know who, because we don't own the UK. We're paying taxes to the king. Do you get what I'm saying? So
this is a question that we have to ask them all the time. Who's got your country?
Yeah, we ain't got it. I ain't got it.
I ain't got it.
It's not in my pocket.
I get stuck in the same traffic you get stuck in. I pay the same council tax.
Yeah.
Everything you pay, I pay the
rained
same
on
bills
your house,
you pay.
it rained on my house.
Yeah, it's not. We don't get special treatment here, do we?
When they increase the electric and gas, we have to pay for it.
But this is simply for them. I can assume, or from what I can gather, racial stroke religious problem for them. They are Christian fundamental. I'm not even going to
disrespect
Christianity.
They can't be Christian.
It's wrong to say that.
They can't.
Yeah, I've got to stop
even
myself.
It's a disrespect to the Prophet Isa alayhi salam.
Yeah, I'm going to stop myself.
It's like how Judaism has been hijacked by Zionism. Do you get what I'm saying?
I shouldn't say what I'm going to caveat that with is they call themselves Christian.
Yeah.
They're not. I don't believe we don't believe that is true.
It's crazy.
Let's
just let them know that they're calling themselves a Christian group who want to fight or
it's a physical thing.
Yeah, fight against Muslims who love Jesus, peace be upon him.
Yeah, the irony.
Yeah,
the irony of that statement. Isn't it?
We love Jesus, peace be upon him.
We can't say his name without putting peace be upon him.
Yeah,
that's how the respect.
Maryam,
when do you hear a Christian do that?
I don't have a clue, but it just
doesn't
make
sense. Meaning that we have a lot of reverence and respect.
Yeah. Isa ibn Maryam.
No.
Jesus, the son of Mary. Do you get what I'm saying? We love Jesus, peace be upon him.
Of course we do.
Do you get what I'm saying? And
we're waiting for him.
And exactly.
So
for them to formulate a so-called Christian Defense League or whatever, to fight against Muslims who love Jesus.
Yeah.
That needs to be checked. Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't think that they've even thought that deep into it.
They ain't thought that all the way through.
I don't think they've thought about this one.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if anyone's listening, don't get yourself overexcited and come out here and put your hands on any Muslims. It's just going to be a ridiculous thing to do. I think that, it should be approached in a more intellectual basis, whereby ignorance is removed. That's always my stance.
I know your stance is dawah straight off.
That's my stance. But we'll get to that. You know what I mean?
Can I read a few messages, bro?
Yeah,
sweet. So we've got the ones with from ATL giving salams, because they're going to get too much for me. I'm a very slow reader, don't you?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
So this one is from Al. Forgive me if I can't read your names properly because I can barely see the screen with my glasses. Christian Zionist Crusaders. They are training in Poland. Stop moving the screen. They are training in Poland, the Northern Ireland, and Ulster primarily groups. So this brother is saying that they're training in Poland, Northern Ireland. Okay.
Yeah.
So that would probably tie them into the Protestant groups over there.
Yeah.
Many Muslim, Bangli, and Pakistani brothers are training heavy in MMA, kickboxing, grappling, and up and down this country. We are ready. We don't want to get into this tit for tat. We're ready if they're coming, because one, on a radio station, it's not a good thing to do, and secondly, I don't think it's good for anyone. Although,
I mean, like at the end of the day, let's just keep cordial.
Let's keep it cool.
Everyone's keeping fit.
Everyone's keeping fit, and that's a responsibility for for Muslim men as well, to keep fit and to keep healthy.
Yeah.
The body is a trust.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have to keep it fit. Slams Brothers, Slams Bros, a good book that I just got hold of, How Migration Really Works. Hence, the Has book says very useful. Okay, maybe I'll read that. I couldn't because that name was in German, it sounded like. Don't sleep on these Christian terrorists cells. They are training with Ulster paramilitary groups in Northern Ireland. Yeah, they said that the same other brother said. This must have been the same guy. Paramilitary groups again. I don't know if they're paramilitary group, but if you look at their Instagram page, it's definitely quite militant. It's definitely quite militant.
But this is what I'm saying. It's like Muslims are not really, I don't think Muslims are really paying attention to these guys like they think they are. I mean,
but they might do if they start walking around 30 strong.
But this is what's going to happen. So it's gonna be a reaction.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? The Muslims are going to.
No, you're about giving dawah, mashallah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, primarily because at the end of the day, I don't like we had a conversation earlier. I don't want to say we don't do dawah and nothing, because there are dawah programs, but I think it needs to be bolstered in order to remove some of the ignorances. That's why I wanted to say that what's their main kerfuffle?
What's their main gripe?
What's their main gripe?
What are they really upset about?
What you're upset about? So that we can address those issues and make clear. And if after that you still feel like we'll cross the bridge when we get there, but to just skip all of that, hang on to your ignorances, and then want to go and formulate a group that outwardly looks like they're ready to fight.
They want to be physical. It looks like they want to be physical.
They want to be physical.
Looks like that.
Like you're backing Muslims into a corner.
Well,
which is going to get very sticky.
You see, the way I look at this as well, bro, we'll come back to the dawah point in a moment, Sharla, is that these groups are out there. How their page is still allowed to continue. I don't know, because I'm super careful, and even I'm, get blocked videos and everything else, right? However, I think that these groups are out there in order to provoke a reaction so they get what they want.
Well, this is what's going to end up
Another
happening.
youth, the Muslim youth, well, if they're going to do it, we have to do it, and then we have to defend. And then we've got 2 days people walking about, mob, group handed, covering up.
It's not worth it.
And there we go.
I'm telling you, Issa, it's not worth it.
It's not
man.
the way,
because the thing is that forget the old beards. Yeah, we got the young youth who are Muslim on the streets. Yeah. We got a phone call, yeah. We got a phone call. We got the young youth that are on the streets, yeah, and who are Muslim. Do you get what I'm saying? Majority of these youths are already stabbing up people for fun.
They're already up for no good.
They're already up to no good.
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
Without us even leaving the sofa and our tea and biscuits, we don't even have to come out on the streets for this nonsense.
No, it's just making it.
There's already kids out on the streets
making it worse, isn't it?
Do you get what I'm saying? It's not going to be nice.
So we've got a phone call, inshallah. Who's on the? Introduce yourself, please, bro.
My name's Ali.
Ali. Assalamu alaikum, Ali. How you doing?
Yeah, good. I called a couple of weeks ago regarding the march.
Right.
I can hear him.
Talk about the subject you're talking about. Salam to the brother as well. Massacre?
Yeah, I can hear him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How you doing, bro? My name is Abu Sadiq. What's going on?
Yeah, Abu Sadiq. Yeah. Salam, bro. My 2 pence on this is I think for the past 10 years we've been seeing a rise of some of these militant groups all across the US and Europe.
Some of these what groups? Sorry.
These like far-right militant groups.
Militant groups, okay, yeah.
Yeah, militant groups. But they come in different guises, right? So some of them are just plainly anti-Islam. Do you know what I mean? Others are more ethno-nationalist. So you've got groups in the US that have segregated themselves and formed all-white communities. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
While some of the European ones are more anti-Islam.
Right.
If that makes sense. I mean, they don't always agree with each other. So for instance, in the UK, you've got Tommy Robinson's lot, and then you've got Mark Collette, who's a leader of Patriotic Alternative, right? And they both don't agree with each other. Tommy Robinson calls Patriotic Alternative neo-Nazis. You know what I mean? Because they're only based on, they only talk about race and ethnicity, and not about, they're anti-Islam as well, but primarily it's about...
They may disagree with each other, brother, on many different terms.
Yeah.
But I think the only thing that they can agree on is who they all agree to hate. And that's Muslims.
Yeah.
Or that's Islam.
Yeah.
So their common denominator of hatred is what they unanimously agree on. Everything else for them is secondary, third, and fourth. But I think whether they're white supremacists, neo-nationalists, or whatever you want to call them, their common cause or their common agreement between them is the hatred and the enmity they hold towards Islam and, as a product, Muslims as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's what it is. And you remember a few years ago that organization, the Islamification of Europe. That was obviously Tommy Robinson was part of that. There were many groups, Pegida. Do you know what I mean? So there were
these groups are always going to pop up, but this one just popped up on my radar because they was in our hometown. And being in our hometown, walking around in groups with balaclavas on, I thought, this is a local radio station where it's happening in Luton. It's probably going to happen elsewhere. Luton seems to be a testing pot for most things of these things, but you know what I mean? We've had the EDL start here, the Al Marjoon start here. Everyone likes to start stuff here. I don't know why. We like the guinea pig area, but the problem is, brother, that no matter what they disagree on, they have one unanimous thing that they totally agree on, and that's their enmity and their dislike for Islam, and they want to eradicate.
So let me ask you something, Issa. Yeah, when you checked their page and that, what's the motive? So they want to set up 30 guys in different area, different town, yeah. And do what?
It's patrol and get rid of and eradicate Islam.
So how they plan to
to
do that? Like, are they going to just walk around and they say, "Oh, look, there's a Muslim, smash him in"? And
they don't openly say that, but they heavily insinuate that. Why would you dress in balaclavas with mob banded?
Because I'm trying to really visualize what it looks like, innit?
Yeah.
So we saw these boys walking around in Luton.
Yeah.
Right. So what's the motive? Like, they're going to see a Muslim woman and drag off her hijab? Are they going to see a bearded man come out of a mosque and beat the crap out of him?
It definitely implies that, bruv. It doesn't go so far as to say that, but you don't have to watch much of what they're saying to think that that's exactly what they're claiming.
How is that going to achieve their motive?
But their motive is chaos. To me, it looks like it's chaos. We want dialogue. Yeah, you want to give dawah. I want to give dawah. The brother on the phone wants to give dawah. Everyone wants to be peaceful here.
We don't want no physical violence.
No, we don't. We definitely don't.
We're not interested in no physical violence. However, if it's a case where you're just picking off people on the street,
but this is what I think they're insinuating.
That is where. I mean, like, it's easy to provoke a reaction like that.
I think that's what they want. I think that is the whole point of them. Anyway, brothers, you got anything to add before we carry on? Ali?
No. I'm just learning.
Inshallah. Bro, Jazakallah for your call again. And, you know, make it a regular, yeah?
All right, bro.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum, akhi.
Yeah, he said it doesn't really make sense because it's not like
But bro, I think that is their game. I think their game is to do what you just said. Go out there, make the presence, make the threat, causing the reaction. What's the reaction going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be
young Muslim men trying to do the same thing to defend the situation in the communities. And now they've got what they wanted. That's what they wanted in the. I think that's what they wanted in the first place.
Man, it's nonsense.
Well, and they will easily get it.
It's not hard.
It's not hard.
You go, like, if my wife is walking down the street and one of these guys they say, "Oh, look, there's one," and then decides to, that's it. That's it. And
word spreads.
Yeah,
you know, people get around and they were seen in this area.
Someone's uncle's got a heart condition. He's just come from praying. In the mosque.
Yeah,
and he's walking home now, going to have his tea and chill with his family. And then these guys walk past and they say, "Oh, look, here's one. Here's a packy," and then go and beat the crap out of him. That's not right. Do you get what I'm saying? That's now you're prodding the bear. You're prodding the bear. It's gonna get nasty. I can't see.
You know, there's an old saying: "Be careful what you wish for."
Yeah.
Sometimes you be careful what you wish for.
Is like a lot of these guys want to go work in the morning. Do you get what I'm saying? You're dealing with people. For starters, the Muslim has a different outlook in life compared to somebody who's not Muslim. The Muslim has a concept of afterlife and paradise and hellfire and stuff like that, and accountability and all that kind of stuff. So you're dealing with somebody who doesn't necessarily, I'm trying to think kind of best way to say it. Not really necessarily thinking about work in the morning when it comes to defending their family. Yeah, they're not necessarily thinking about getting back. Do you get what I'm saying? It
is a different mindset.
You're dealing with some people with a different mindset. It just doesn't seem like it. The best thing for you to do, for these guys to do, is to come to the table. Yeah. You know what I mean? And really air out an issue because it doesn't.
Which is what we would like them to do, but I really don't think
it doesn't. It's not going to go well. I can't see this one going well. Groups of militant people dressed in black, patrolling different areas, making the community feel agitated and have anxiety and stuff like that. And do you get what I'm saying? You're going to get the young boys. They're going to be like, listen, we're not going to stand for this. And then it's going to get sticky. I can't see it going any other way.
Which is what we want to avoid.
How do we avoid that? How do we avoid that? How do we get the main people who are organizing this to say, listen, this is our problem. We don't like that you do this. We don't want Islam, this and that. And then basically somebody with knowledge can address those and kind of peel back the layers bit by bit. They get educated and we don't have to, walk around thinking that we're going to be attacked all the time. Do you get what I'm saying?
But I think this is the whole point of their movement, bro. I don't think that I think they exactly are looking for that. Do we ignore them? Do we just say, look, these are not going to? So let me just read this text message. I don't know whether I think I'm getting a message through here on the screen that the caller used the P word. I didn't catch it. I know you haven't said it. Pretty sure I haven't said it.
P word.
Pakistani shortened.
Oh no, I said it as if what do you call it? As if like there was that militant group,
right? Could contextualize it if you said it. Yeah.
Basically, that a militant group is walking around in Luton and they're gonna, oh look, there's a Yeah, let's smash him in. Do you get what is that? Is that?
So that's how they're going to word it, not us.
Yeah, not us. No,
that wasn't the intent to say that.
No, we don't. You know, it's not part of my vocabulary to use. You know,
just like it's not part of vocabulary to use other insults like N-words and stuff like this. Yeah,
Carla and all these other words and that we don't use these words.
It's not befitting of a Muslim.
It's not part of my vocabulary. But I'm just saying that these people, what is their motive? Do you get what I'm saying? They've made a group that's going to be circulating or patrolling in Luton and in other areas. So what's the motive while they're walking around? To show presence? Yeah. To create kind of anxiety and make people scared, to intimidate people, to bash people when they come out of the mosque, to attack the women, or what's the actual motive? That's what we want to know.
At least the first things that you said, to intimidate, to provoke anxiety and fear. I think they at least want to do that. Why would you walk around in a big gang with balaclavas on?
This is it.
I don't know any other reason you would do that. I don't. I don't wear a balaclava. I'm pretty sure you don't. I don't know many, apart from young kids or teenagers. I don't see anyone doing that. And their balaclavas are Pacific. You know, they cover the whole face, even the eyes, and they have a white cross. They're like a black cover with a white crucifix on it. So it's deliberate to their clique, their little group. It's not.
Something's going on. Did you see the video with the girl, the white girl who came up to speak?
Yes.
And she was talking about grooming gangs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the lady, I don't think the guy who gave her the mic knew what she was going to say. Did you see that video?
Oh, yeah, and she said she was disgusted in everyone there.
Yeah.
A brave girl, brave woman.
Yeah.
A brave woman.
Did you hear the crowd when the guy took the mic off?
They're not caring.
They don't want to hear none of that.
They don't want to hear it.
They don't want to hear none of that. They don't want to look in their own back gardens and have a look what's growing in the grass.
No.
So it's very ignorant. You know what I mean? It's not. I can't see a way around it unless someone can.
I know you're saying dawah, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm all for giving dawah. I'm all for the I'm all for giving dawah. I'm all for dialogue. But what do you do when you've got a big group of balaclava men with crucifixes? We can't give them. I don't think they're listening to you at that point, brother.
Yeah, these Asian boys in Luton are not gonna sit down and let that happen. They're gonna rally up. I'll tell you that for free. They're not gonna just sit down and just let these boys walk around.
No, they're not. But I know. But the other truth, just like you know it and I know it, this group would know it, because that's exactly who they're trying to provoke, isn't it? This is what we, and how do we say to the youngsters?
This is nuts. I don't.
It's such an easy ploy, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't see that, because the thing is, there's no institution or enforcement that's going to deal with the situation. We need to deal with it ourselves. You get what I'm saying? These people, these British extremists and Muslims.
Yeah, but how do you calm the youngsters down? Are they going to listen to you? Are they going to listen to me?
Nah, they ain't gonna.
Exactly.
They ain't gonna listen to.
They're gonna listen. And we could give them all the good advice, and maybe it's they in a cold light of day they would accept that we are right.
Who's gonna benefit from our reaction, and then a clash between?
Because that's what they want. They want to
exactly. We're just like following the money trail. Like who's benefiting?
So we're gonna go further along. So if you're gonna have this type of a scenario running situations on the street, okay, because this group's turning up, making an intimidating presence, so the other group says they're going to stand up and defend what is their community. Now what happens is you have to crack down on everything, don't you? The government and the law and everything has to get a little bit tighter, a little bit stricter, in order to keep law and order, which is what we all want, law and order. So if you was to track it back, like trace the money trail, who benefits the most from this type of situation? It's certainly not us. I mean, I don't see how Muslims benefit from this.
So what are you saying? Like our freedoms will be further restricted, or
I think, look, a group like this, bro, as much as there might be thickos in the group, don't be thinking that it's thickos running the group, behind it, funding it, keeping it, doing it, whatever. I don't think they've got the brain cells themselves to do it, but someone's got the brain cells to do it. Some people keep saying,
so how are they getting bread then? What is the motive?
I mean, look, you don't.
Are they making money?
Yeah, they would be. I mean, it's all money. It would be. I would imagine it's monetized. But look, you can just do it.
What, they're selling balaclavas, white crosses of it, for
just donations, mate. Just donations. If people believe, look at Tommy Robinson. He gets funded from here, there, and everywhere. But he also does his own GoFundMe, and there's no accountability. He just donate money to him.
Oh, it's nonsense, bro.
But
you get me? Because the thing is, like, the followers of that group, you're gonna come outside and go patrol in Luton, and then you're gonna, do something that's gonna agitate the community. Someone out in the community is gonna come put a knife in you, and then what? You're gonna go home back to your family, or injured, For what though? What are you getting out of it? Like, you can't go to work the next morning. You can't, facilitate for your family. You've lost your job because you got a hole in your stomach. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then now now you want to rally up and retaliate. Like, where is this going?
It doesn't go anywhere good.
It doesn't go nowhere good.
It doesn't go anywhere good.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, it doesn't. I agree.
There's no decent man living in any of these areas that's going to allow for anyone to attack their family.
Yeah. Or just roam their streets intimidating them.
Yeah, do you get what I'm trying to say?
But the police are supposed to stop that.
This is what I'm trying to say. They're not going to get involved, so we have to sit at the table with these guys and kind of iron it out.
So because we've got 20 seconds left till before the break. The next part of the show, bro, we're going to indulge. How do we get hold of them? How do we do what you just said? How do we get them around the table? If we even can get them around the table, I don't know. People are messaging in saying it's not even going to be possible.
I don't think it's possible, to be quite honest, bro.
So then we're at loggerheads, aren't we?
It's just
guys, come back after the break, inshallah.
This program will continue after the break. Continue listening to Inspire FM. Inspire FM.
Inspire 105.1 FM.
Hi, my name is George Sefton. I'm down tonight from Liverpool. I work for Liverpool Football Club, and for the last 45 years I've been the voice of Anfield. So make sure you carry on listening to Inspire FM on 105.1.
AK Windows South Limited, manufacturers and installers of high-quality UPVC windows and doors, bifold doors, composite doors, conservatories, porches, skypods, fascias, guttering, and much, much more. We specialize in double glazing and triple glazing using the best German profile. If you want quality at affordable prices, AK Windows is the place to go. If your house needs a facelift, you know who to trust. For a free quote, call AK Windows today on 01582 483 777 or visit us at Unit 10E, Britannia Estate, Leagrave Road, Luton.
How many times have you needed urgent medical supplies but don't know where to go? At Harris Pharmacy, we take pride in delivering a high-level healthcare to our community. This is why we have services such as private one-to-one consultation, free prescription ordering from GP and delivery to your home, mobility aids such as providing wheelchairs and many other items for everyday use. Call us today on free phone 0800 458 2850 to discuss your medical needs. We are open from 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday to Friday and 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Harris Pharmacy, 165 A/B, Dunstable Road, Luton.
Need a ride? Village Taxis has you covered. Going to the airport, station, work, hospital or school? Call Village Taxis on Luton 250-250 for a quick, reliable service. New drivers wanted? Get registered today and join the Village Taxis team, serving Luton, Central Beds, TfL, Wolverhampton, Hertfordshire and beyond. Taxi rental also available. Download our easy-to-use Village Taxis app or call on 01582 250 250 to book your ride today. Village Taxis, your local taxi company.
While the world watches the crisis in Gaza unfold on the news, MATW is there, on the ground, right now, actively operating inside Gaza, delivering critical aid directly to those who need it. Medical supplies, food, clean water, and emergency shelter when it matters. Your donation can save lives right now, on the ground. Text MATW to 70470 to donate £10 or visit matwproject.org.uk, because when it matters most, we're there.
Are you looking for a prompt let and comprehensive property management by property professionals? If so, relax and let a safe registered agent take care of all your property matters. Marigold Residentials believe in 100% customer satisfaction and aim to provide quality service at very competitive prices. Why not also let us take care of your property sale? We're now a proud member of the National Association of Estate Agents. We also advertise in local papers free of charge. Visit us at 251 Dunstable Road or call us on 617 617. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you an avid bookworm? Or maybe you love books but struggle to find the time to read? Then you need to tune in to the Book Club show on Inspire FM with me, Imran Mahmood, where I will be discussing a fab selection of books. Join me every Thursday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. to rekindle your love of reading and inspire your imagination. Don't forget, the Book Club show, every Thursday morning, 10 to 11 a.m. on your very own Inspire 105.1 FM.
From the studios of Inspire FM, the time is now 6:30.
Okay, assalamu alaikum. So you're back on Speaker's Corner, a lively show as usual, alhamdulillah. So talking during the break, we would welcome if there was a caller or someone listening out there at the moment that held an opinion agreeing with this and would like to phone in and articulate that, as long as they were polite. We'll have that conversation with anybody that thought that what these people was doing. Who the people in the group in the
mention who
it's the Unite, isn't it? The Truth United. Yeah. If
English group.
Yeah. English group, yeah. So if they think, if there is someone out there that holds the opinion that what they're doing is needed, necessary, or they agree with it in some term, please phone in. Yeah. If they want to phone in, we'd welcome. In fact, that would be great for radio, but it will be obviously very interesting.
Yeah, because we get to get an insight of what the hell's going on.
Why do you agree with it? Well, what is it about it that you agree with? What is it about? Yeah. I mean, I'm genuinely interested.
I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm interested in that call.
I don't think that there's anything that these guys hold in hatred towards Islam that can't be,
dialogued out, spoke out. Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
We've got a text me. Victor texting. Police love vigilantes. Not sure about that. I think the police don't love vigilantes, but anyway. A BW was texting assalamu alaikum, so that's wa alaikum salam. They are taking lessons from across the pond. Their hooded group went into African American communities and didn't make it back out. A neo-Nazi something went into another African American community and it was a bad end. Well, that's what we want to avoid.
Yeah,
I definitely want to avoid that. Yeah. But you're saying get around the table. How do we get around the table, bro? Because I agree, but how do you suggest we do it?
Somebody out there needs to come out and reach out. Somebody's got to reach out.
Okay, so how do we reach out then? I'm going to keep asking you.
Go on their webpage or on their Instagram.
And where would you invite them to?
I don't know.
Online debating or
somebody? There's 14 million people in the group. You're trying to say they're all knuckles? Like
40 million?
How much people?
42,000.
42,000 people in the group. There must be one.
It'd be a worry if there was 14 million, but believe me, that'd be a big problem.
I mean, there must be someone with a brain cell that wants to have a conversation, wants to air out, so that so that it don't have to get to any violence. Because the community is just doing what the community does day to day.
Yeah. So you would suggest reaching out to them via contacting their social media page, and where would you invite them to exactly? I mean, would you prefer that to be done?
I mean, like if I had the capacity to be able to dialogue with these people, I will go to that hub, whatever hub, and I would just, what's the problem? Can we dialogue this out?
But you can do that,
and
I mean, you can text them,
but I wouldn't do it. But I'm just saying, like somebody who knows how to do conflict resolution or something like that.
You have to be an expert in this one,
because I don't want to be the cause of something just spiraling out of control. Do you get what I'm saying? That is, we got people, who are Muslims around that can do that professionally. Do you get me? And then just and just kind of like somebody in there should reach out and say, look, these are our issues.
Yeah,
because if no one doesn't reach out and says these are our issues,
but do you not think that's already been done, bro? The avenues for dialogue are out there. If they approached any of the so-called da'is or students of knowledge in this country that were out there publicly talking, do you not think that they would engage them? You not think that they would say, yeah, well, we'll do a live stream and we'll have a discussion with you? I mean, I can think of a few that would take them up on that now.
I think someone should just hit them up, message them.
Okay, shall we do that?
The thing is, I don't mind doing that, but I just don't want to be the cause of
but you're being the cause of dialogue. You want dialogue. You want to answer questions and clear up misunderstandings about our religion. I'm gonna say, bro, that I think a lot of them won't be that receptive, but Allah knows best. But there might be some that are.
Yeah, there's 4,000 people in there.
42.
42,000.
You've gone from 14 million to 4,000, bro. What's going on with your number? Good job you're not my accountant, innit?
But is there someone out there though? Is there someone
know.
out there that wants to call in and
you know what? That would be great. I would even bring them in the studio.
Yeah. And
I'll bring them in the studio and they'll be well looked after.
Yeah.
Make them a cup of tea, have a biscuit, samosa, whatever. We could look after them. And as long as they were being polite.
See what's going on. Because the thing is that I'm telling you, like,
I'm all about
us old boys, we don't want no physical altercation. However, we love our families and we don't want them no harm to come to them.
And we can see where this is going to go. We can see where this is going to go. Nice. I don't is the best thing to ignore them then and just not give them what they want.
That's I'm just ignoring them. If it comes
but spreading their social media like on Facebook and everywhere else, spreading awareness, what they do, that's not ignore. That is like highlighting what they're doing. That's giving them probably exactly what they're looking for. Is Muslims to be
people
spreading.
Are gonna be afraid to go out, go shopping. Just like, it's going to be you're creating fear in a community, you know what I mean? And it's not, there's elderly people that want to go and visit other elderly people and go and have a tea or whatever. And do you get what I'm saying? We've seen videos where, a man's come out of the mosque and he's been battered on the streets. We've seen these kind of videos. And, a lot of us guys just say, listen, like, why do you guys always approach the elderly and the women? Like, there's plenty of us able-bodied,
younger guys,
big black-bearded guys that are walking around. Like, why not one of them? Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
well, I think the answer to that is quite obvious. You pick the easy target, wouldn't you? You know what I mean?
Well.
And obviously it's easier to pick on people that you don't think are going to give you any problems.
You don't have to splash a bit of paint with an old guy. You know what I mean? But we would prefer the dialogue, dawah. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, you know what? I will use a platform, Real Talk Britain, to reach out to them. But I will envision quite a lot of abuse coming back. But we'll take. I'm used to abuse, bro. You know, I've been to be honest on social media. I get
because the thing is, if we know that that's what they want to provoke from us, then we shouldn't really give them what they want.
No, I know. But what do we do? Ignore them. And if you say ignore them, then they're going to keep doing it until they get a reaction of someone. You or I might be able to ignore them. Other people might be able to, but not everyone's going to ignore them, are they? And I don't think that this is. I think this was inevitable. I think we was always going to head. What Tommy Robinson and the likes of him do is set the stage for this sort of thing. They set the pieces on the board exactly for it. They know this. They may not be doing themselves, and they may publicly disagree with it. Oh, we don't do things like that. We're peaceful, but you are exactly setting the atmosphere for this to happen. You're exactly doing that, and it's going to happen because of what you spread out for them, ready to do.
Country back.
They all say that.
I mean that narrative alone needs to be unpacked by them.
Do you know who could say that the most?
Who?
The Aborigines in Australia, right? The Native American in India, in America, the Native American Indians in America. They could probably say that.
All the countries that have been colonized
could probably say that.
UK and Europe, can say that. However, you got people in your country, like I was born here, so I ain't going nowhere. Do you get what I'm saying? And a lot of us are like that. Do you get what I'm saying? So take your country back from who? Like they need to unpack that. They need to explain that. They need to give us a tafsir on that.
I think what they would say to you, brother, if I can understand them, what they would say is they don't want from Islam. Basically, they don't think Islam should be taken over.
What? How is a Muslim preventing you from waking up in the morning, going to work, going to the pub,
by outnumbering them,
coming home chilling with the wife?
Yeah, but by
eventually and doing the same thing again.
Eventually, by outnumbering them.
What are you out there counting everybody? Like, come on.
But there is census that count the population, but by eventually, like Muhammad is now the most popular name in the country for children.
So what?
Not the problem for us, is it, bro? Because we're looking at it from the perspective.
Even the most popular name was Dave, who cares?
Bro, I know that you and I would say that, okay? However, I'm giving you the other argument because you're asking me for the other, and then you get angry. Like, why would they want it? And I tell you, then you're like,
who cares?
You're gonna go with me.
I know.
It's like, well, don't ask. And you know me. How would you be like with them? You know,
I just feel like when you're going about your day-to-day life,
yes,
what are you thinking about Muhammad for? Like, just go.
Because what they were looking at this, and I'm giving you the other argument, okay? The devil's advocate argument, okay? is that eventually these Muslims, with the name of Muhammad being the most popular children's child birth name now, are going to take over the country as they perceive it at some point in the future.
Which say some Muslims going to overthrow the monarchy
in population. No, not necessarily. I mean, this is another one. I mean, it just couldn't happen because the laws of the constitution, the laws of the country would prevent anything like that. No matter who the population
so
was.
no one ain't taking nothing then.
But we're not. So what we're dealing, this is what you'd have the conversation. They would say, if there's more of you than there is of us, you're going to have the upper hand.
So what?
But they're going to say, well, we don't want that, bro. So what for you? Because you'll have the upper hand. But for us, we don't want that. We don't want you to have the upper hand. That's the whole point in us arguing and protesting, is that we don't want other people to have the upper hand on us.
How is Muslims going to have the upper hand in the UK? In the UK, when you know, you got a whole king and queen, you got monarchy, you got all of that. No one ain't overthrowing.
I know that, brother, and you know.
Listen, no one don't even care about that. Everyone's just going
because they've been gaslit to be angry. When you get people angry and scared, you can tell them anything.
True.
Once you scare people, you can tell them whatever you want.
This is nonsense, bro.
Okay, so I'm giving you now the counter argument. All right, as though it's not even an argument, but the counter
so this is nonsense, bro. Listen, you wake up in the morning, you go to work. You go wherever you're going after that. You come home, you watch the football, and then you do the same thing over again.
Yeah, I know.
You go to the park, come back home, get a curry, come back home.
Yeah.
Link up with Dave, Peter, Karen.
Dave, isn't it? It's always got Dave. Dave's everywhere, mate.
Dave's there, Muhammad's for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you come home, chat with the boys, a bit of banter, and do the same again. What bro. The hell has that got to do?
But it's like this, Aki, and I'll be as honest as I can. When the country is in the problems that it's in, the national health, the national debt, every type of problems that be the cost of living, the inflation, everything else, the people that are instigating this type of situation in the country, the corporate gangsters, the billionaires and people like this, it's not in their best interest for people to be looking at where the problem is. It's in their best interest to say the problem lies over there. Look at that guy over there, and they're the ones that are taking over. The threat is them. They're the threat. As long as they're diverted, the dead cat argument, you chuck a dead cat on the they're not thinking about.
All right.
So you know what I mean? That's what I believe is happening. They throw the dead cat on the table and say that's the problem.
I've seen a meme about this as well.
There was the one with the cookies.
Yeah, the cookies.
Yeah, so he had like a builder's construction white guy with one cookie. He had what was obviously a rich person with all the cookies, and a brown person, and the white guy was saying, "Careful, he's trying to take all your cookies." So this is exactly in that cartoon summarizes what's going on. You know, in very simple terms. It's quite a very intelligent cartoon. But that's so. Who is behind it? You said to me, "Follow the money train" earlier. Remember, you said to me at the beginning of the show, who benefits out of all this? Because it ain't us, it ain't the white people, it ain't the Muslim people, it ain't the black people, it ain't the brown people, it ain't the yellow people. Who benefits out of this? And I said, in as polite a way as I could, who would benefit out of this type of diversion? Who would benefit out of this? It ain't going to be us. Okay. But who's going to use it? So this is what I'm saying. So now these guys have been gaslit to be afraid that these are the problem, not realizing that the real problem that we are. A 2 trillion now. I thought it was a trillion, but it's like something trillion debt. Who are we in debt to?
Exactly.
I mean, where's all the money going?
Not going in my pocket.
I wouldn't mind a bit of it, but it ain't going anywhere near us. So there's a text message here for you. I think it's for us, brother. Assalamu alaikum. I agree with Abu Sadiq. So you got an agreeing. We need to give dawah, but how do you give dawah to Tommy Robinson? Any ideas? Question mark. Saying we give dawah to anyone. The Prophet ﷺ gave dawah to worse people than Tommy Robinson.
Yeah. And
so did the Sahaba. And so did the generations, the rightly guided generations. But it ain't easy. And it ain't, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't have the answer to that brother's question.
We don't really have contact with him like that. Do you get me?
No,
I'm sure that he's had Muslims around him that has spoken to him in regards to his actions and what it's looking like for Muslims and well,
supposedly he's read the Quran as well.
Yeah, so I mean, like,
which I find laughable.
There are people that are around him.
Yeah, but how do you give dawah to him? Because the brother said, "How do you give dawah to him?" I'm assuming it's a brother. It might not be. I do make that mistake, but there's no name on it. So, I to be honest with you, I don't really know the answer to that. You would have to do the best you can, like you would give dawah to anyone, wouldn't it? Like but you'd have to be in a situation where you would have in a conversation.
Dawah, but some people's heart has a seal over it.
But some of these other people that we're talking about, brother, like that are in these far right groups that are walking around with a crucifix balaclavas on, I don't know how I would give dawah to them in that moment. Or like you said, we can reach out via the social media.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be. If I was walking on the street and I saw one of those guys, and they were walking towards me and I was with my family, I'll cross the road.
Yeah, of course.
Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna engage or in anything. I'll cross the road like any normal. Well, I don't know. But
it's the right thing to do.
I'll cross the road too.
I would.
You know what I mean? Because I know that if he says something and I say something, then it gets a bit.
And there's probably going to be more of them.
Yeah. I'd cross the road. If he comes across the road now, then we're looking at a different part of the movie.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I just think like
John Wick.
I think it's the wrong way to go, man. And somebody from that community, from the British white community listening, should call in or should make a bridge to.
I'd love them to call in
to dialogue. Yeah,
I'd love it.
That's
preferably the guy that runs it.
Let's not let.
We'll get him in the studio.
Come in the studio.
Come in the studio.
Let's not let this get into a brawl on the streets and get messy and lives lost. And
maybe he'll convince us, bro.
Pardon?
Maybe he'll convince us.
To what?
To agree with him. I don't know. It's possible. I don't know. Well, it ain't that possible, but you know, I'm making. So we got 19 seconds before the Adhan for Maghrib, inshallah. But we're going to come back with. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to conclude anything on this topic, because it's just a can of worms. And every time you delve into something, there's something else that pops up. It's like one of the things you keep hitting at the. Is it the fair where you pit them?
But at least the community knows that we want dialogue.
Assalamu alaikum. In Luton and its surrounding areas, it is now time for Salatul Maghrib.
This Adhan has been sponsored by Ideal Properties. Contact us on 01582 72 11110 or log on to www.idealpropertiesltd.co.uk.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته إنك لا تخلف الميعاد.
Okay, assalamu alaikum. So you're back on Speaker's Corner. We got 6-7 minutes, maybe 6-7 minutes, something like that, inshallah. So we've been going in on this. I think we've been going, around in circles a little because we don't know really how to deal with this topic.
We need some feedback from the other side, man.
I don't know where we'll get it on this particular show, but they are more than welcome to phone in or set a time up. We'll come in and sort something out. I guarantee they'll be well looked after and well protected. And we have no issues whatsoever at all. Be absolutely fine. Now, we need to appeal in this last little bit. And it's going to be difficult because we totally get where the mindset is, bro. What would you say to any youth out there that are seeing these pictures on social media, or even know that these groups are walking around certain areas? What would you say to our youth, the Muslim youth?
I would say that between the ages of 15 and like early 30s, and that it's not about being macho. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you smash somebody's face in or anything like that. It's not about being macho like that. It's about making sure that your family is safe, making sure that wherever they go within their routine, that that they're safe, that they can get from A to B safely, and basically looking inwards rather than outwards, and making sure that your family is safe. I mean, like if there's
but what would you say? I mean, if they say, let's just say there was a group of these so-called people, whoever they are, they were spotted, I don't know, in another part of the town. Let's just say Stopsley.
Yeah.
Okay, which is a little bit outside of Berry Park. Yeah. what would you say? When would you, I would personally say to them, don't criminalize yourself, don't jeopardize your future, don't jeopardize your jobs.
I mean, like,
if
they're in Stopsley, they're in Stopsley.
No, but they're walking about. Maybe they're up there looking for trouble. They're up there looking to intimidate people. What the youngsters? We've all been young. We're not young anymore, but we have been young. We know how young people fly quick. They're quick. They're quick.
I think that the people in our community from amongst the Muslims who are, patrolling and setting up patrols and whatnot, the main objective is to make sure that that not just Muslim people, like people are safe. That's the main thing. Have you heard
of the project called Street Fathers?
Nah.
Right, Street Fathers from London. They do patrols in London. They're predominantly a load of black brothers.
I haven't seen them.
No, I've met them in Marsh House in Luton. I'm only mentioning this because you mentioned about doing patrols. Yeah, that's exactly what they do in their areas, and they go around diffusing confrontation, making relationships with the youth of the area, and just trying to be a mature presence because they're a little bit older, sort of our age, my age, your age, maybe a little bit. They're capable brothers, by the way. Brothers. They're not. I've met them. I met them at a meeting, and they're like.
They're serious,
they're serious brothers. They're big, they've been in the life, they've been around, what I'm saying, and now they're trying to do. What do you think that the Muslims should do something similar to that?
I think that there should be. I think there should be a presence, but in order to make sure that everyone else in the community is safe. So if there's people going around in Stopsley and phone calls are going out, these guys are in the area.
People will say to you, brother, that's why we pay tax for the police to make us.
Yeah, but the police is not going to do nothing. They're not going to come out. They're not going to come out to do anything.
Well, if you used to see 20, 30 guys strong walking around in an area, intimidate people, wouldn't you really want the police to?
You would want the police, and if it's necessary, then you should call the police. But I'm just saying, like, when it comes to the youth that are out there, those youth that are just driving around in cars, vaping and doing whatever they're doing, and that we don't want these young boys to get into the mix with these people. And putting their life in danger, throwing themselves in prison and stuff like that, because you're not getting away with nothing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Actually, what you're doing is, when you do that, if anyone is stupid enough to fall for that trap, is you're doing exactly what the people want you to do. Cause the chaos. Create the problem. Wait for the reaction. Give the solution. Exactly. So you're playing in exactly the part that they want you to play. You're reacting exactly how they're banking on they're literally banking on you reacting like that. They're literally counting on you reacting like that so they can divert the attention all the way over there. Meanwhile, we're £2 trillion something pound in debt. I don't know how that happened. I don't even know how you get to that number. Who are we paying it to? You know what I'm saying? But this is exactly what they want you to do. And if you do it, so the older you've done what they want you to do.
You played into
you've been
hands.
You've been their little muggy boy.
Those people who are mature in this situation should be the ones that.
Who's that? Sure who are you calling out? Who you saying is mature? Ourselves? Maybe we can put ourselves into that bracket. Who else are you going to call in?
I mean, like, just not the youth, innit?
No, but there must be certain members of the community that you would say
can do that.
These people can do that. Yeah. Who are they, brother?
They know who they are.
Well, call them. Which is a good thing. You're supposed to call them.
They know who they are. I'm saying those people, if they are making groups and they are patrolling out there, the main aim should be to make sure that everyone else is safe. Even if it's down to, okay, these boys have attacked somebody and they've caught him. Citizens arrest. Just citizens arrest. You don't need to call the police. Look, this guy has attacked this person. Do you get what I'm saying? Even that can just it can go left, doesn't it? You know what I mean? I think any of these situations,
they can always go left, mate. Yeah. So we've got another quick text message. I'll read it out now. It's Peak Abu. I think that's what it says. Forgive me if I read it wrong because my glasses are not really good for this screen. This is not an organic movement. Okay, he's suggesting that it's structured. There's something behind it, like we said earlier. It all comes from America. I don't know about that, but it's a theory. Islam is a code word. Racism, it's going to start with Muslims, but all races will be targeted by the end. Well, I don't think these people are going to be, the amount of hate.
These guys, they don't get it. Like, Muslims are not just Pakistani people.
No, they're everyone.
It's everyone.
Well, they're us for a start.
Yeah, and you're white and I'm black. So, you know what I mean? And then it's not just Asian people.
It's not.
You got a whole
world.
Yeah, to get what I'm saying is like.
But you see, the thing is with these people that I've said it before, I get a fair bit of hate on social media, as you know, and that hate's not going anywhere. With that hate, it's like fire. It needs fuel. It needs something to burn. Once let's say they get all their
but they call you a traitor for what though? Traitor? What did you portray? Like,
well, the flag. Apparently my Christian white cultural heritage, which I don't know. Whatever. I mean,
have you seen the churches nowadays? The churches are not even open.
Well, the Tuggies are marching around with balaclavas on the panel with this lot. I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. Do these guys even go to church?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. I'm not going to tarnish Christianity with these people because I don't think it's fair on Christians or good Christians.
They take the cross and do anything.
Yeah, they make a mess of it, don't they? They really disrespect it. And I think that's another thing we should do before we end the show is that not associate these people with Christians, like real church going, good, wholesome people. So I don't think we've got any serious answers, but again, who has, bro? I want to know how you give dawah to Tommy Robinson. Yeah, go on. Imagine he comes in the room, he sat right there in that chair. You got 30 seconds to tell us, bro. We're gonna say, what's the first thing you say to him?
What would I say to him?
Yeah.
Was it, I don't know, man.
Anyway, it's not easy, is it? It's not easy. It's too far gone. But we can reach some of the others, inshallah. We can reach some of the others. Okay, we'll come back to this another time, bro. Jazakallah for turning up today. And it just gone too quick. The show goes too quick, innit? People, next week, another lively show, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.